Alright, yeah, welcome back to some more Magic Arena, and today we're going to be playing a little bit more historic. For those who are waiting for some Brawl, that will be coming tomorrow, but today I'm kind of a little bit strapped for time, so I wanted to make a real quick video for you guys, because I figured a little short video is better than no video at all. So today in the backlog is probably the easiest deck that it takes to pilot in Magic the Gathering, short of its alternative variation, and that is going to be a Zenith hunt list. So I've played a treasure hunt list on the channel in the past, and I always try to go for the jankier version. The best version is with Thassa's Oracle, and I would still say that it is to this day. Thassa's Oracle essentially counts your devotion, and if your devotion is greater than or equal to the number of cards in your library, you win the game. So you use Treasure Hunt to reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a non-land card, and then put all cards revealed this way into your hand. So our entire deck, other than Treasure Hunt and our one win con, in our case it's going to be Zenith Flare, everything else is a land. So Treasure Hunt should draw you like 20 odd cards. But yeah, the better version is definitely the Thassa's Oracle version, but if you're playing Treasure Hunt, I don't believe you personally really care about the better version. But you will always lose to the Thassa's Oracle deck, I would say, most of the time at least. Just because of the nature of their deck is all built around islands, and ours is actually built around cycling. Our win condition is going to be Zenith Flare, 2 red and a white for an instant speed, deals X damage to any target, and you gain X life, where X is the number of cards with cycling ability in your graveyard. So, similar to the way that Treasure Hunt would normally work, we're going to be mulliganing until we find a Treasure Hunt. Cast this hopefully on turn 2. We do have some untapped lands, 3 islands, Hollowed Fountain, Steam Vents, to try and make sure that we do have at least a land on turn 2 to get the Treasure Hunt going. If we don't, then we're going to be a little bit far behind, which is something the Thassa's Oracle version doesn't have to struggle with. But we're going to be casting this on 2, hopefully drawing into another one, and every single time we do that, we're most likely going to be going over our max hand size, which means we're going to be discarding to hand size, so we want to be discarding our cycling lands. So I'm going to teach you, I guess. It's not going to take long to learn, because this deck is relatively brain dead as far as playing is concerned. I would say it's a little bit more intensive than the Thassa's Oracle version, again, because like you have to deal with tap lands and specific cards going into the graveyard, whereas Thassa's Oracle, 9 times out of 10, you just drop islands in every single time, and it's a mass click kind of situation where you're just going blah 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 blah. This one needs a little bit more care and attention, because you do want to be activating your Mystic Sanctuaries on turn 4, on the off chance that you actually need to pull a Treasure Hunt out of your graveyard. So that requires you to, for the first 3 turns at least, to be playing all of your island-based tap lands. So Zagoth Triome has an island in it, Rorgrim Triome has an island in it, and Ketra Triome has islands in it. So Indatha Triome and Savai Triome, you do not want to be playing these early game, because you really want to make sure that the Mystic Sanctuary is online. Same thing goes for like the Lonely Sandbars, the Barren Moors, the Forgotten Caves, Tranquil Thickets, all out of the Historic Anthology. None of these have a land type, which means if you don't have your Mystic Sanctuary activated on time, you do run the risk of essentially slowing down your game, and you need every single turn with this deck. You may also notice we're running Lurrus of the Dream Den. That is purely because it fit the companion restriction, and yeah, if I can start with 8 cards in my hand, why wouldn't I? So Lurrus is going to be in here. Can also be used a little bit to throw your opponent off and maybe make them keep a hand that they might not otherwise keep. I guess there's also a reason why you would actually go for Gyruda instead, or aka Gigan Cyberclaw Terror. You can also run this one as well, since Treasure Hunt and Zenith Flare are even costs. You could run these ones. I think both Lurrus and Gigan actually kind of represent a graveyard-based synergy, so your opponent's more likely to keep cards that hate on your graveyard, which is something that our deck will not actually survive through. So, I don't know. Pick and choose either one. I went with Lurrus in the end, because it's got the lifelink, and it's also actually potentially castable, unlike Gyruda, which I don't think you're ever going to cast. If you want to know what the other side looks like, is this one right here. But yeah, that's really all I need to say on the deck. I'm probably going to give you the full walkthrough during the gameplay anyway, so if you do enjoy this content, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more content in the future. This is going to be a little bit of a shorter video because I'm a little strapped on time, like I think I've already mentioned, but if you want to see more content, I am going to be streaming Magic tonight over on my Twitch channel, so if you go into the description, my Twitch link is there. Go over there, hit the follow on that one. I'll be going live over at my usual stream time, which is going to be 9 PM GMT. I really don't know what it is on EST and PST, unfortunately. I think it's like, I don't know. I have no idea. Basically, I will be putting this out an hour beforehand, if I can. So, we'll see. So an hour from when this video goes out, I'll be streaming, I guess. So yeah, if you enjoy the content, like, subscribe, all that jazz, and let's get on with it. This video is brought to you by the generous support of our wonderful patrons and channel members that you see here. If you'd like to support the channel and get access to cool content like sneak peeks, bonus videos, polls on future content, or access to a personal deck critique from myself every month, then hit the join button down below, or check out the Patreon link in the description. With all that said, let's get into the gameplay. Alright, we're in. We have turn 2 treasure hunt. I'm getting very, very fortunate on the opening hand treasure hunts. So I do appreciate that, Magic the Gathering. I actually think maybe go for Zagoth Triome. Since the red is on the Steam Vents we're going to play next turn. Yeah, let's do that. So we're going to shock in Steam Vents, play... No, we're not. We're going to play an island and treasure map. It's a good top deck. Alright. And then we're going to dump all of the cycling lands specifically first, because we actually need them in the yard to deal damage. So now that's done. Opponent on elves, perhaps? Appears to be some sort of elf-related situation. Alright, we will play... Rogrin Triome. And then we will get rid of all the Triomes. And then start on the Sandbar, the Thicket, the Barrenmoor. There we go. 2 turns away from victory, it seems. So, opponent. What you got? Duress. Okay. Well, fortunately for us, we've placed all of our islands in play. So, Mystic Sanctuary puts Treasure Hunt on top. And then we cycle for it. And play Treasure Hunt. Get wrecked, Duress player. Alright, we'll cycle a Sandbar because we can. And yeah, again, go for the Triomes, and then go for the cycling singular lands. And then once you got all them, a couple of Mystic Sanctuaries, a couple of Shock lands. Pick and choose, really. There we go. Sweet. Not sure how many lands we've got in there, but I'm sure it's enough. How many treasure hunts have we done so far? 1, 2, 3. Oh, so the treasure hunt here is my last one. Marwyn. Okay. It's proper elves. Ooh, we got Mystic Sanctuary. Okay. So, we can go for Zenith Flare, which should leave us with some cards in our hand. Yep. And then we are going to just play... Oh, opponent realizes they're going to lose. Okay, yeah, we just play a tap land, discard everything else. We've already got 22 points, and that's before discarding our hand side. 22 points of damage. Keep the Mystic Sanctuary so we can put the Zenith Flare on top and then draw it with a Lonely Sandbar, something like that. And then we get to 44. Our opponent, or, you know, some other random number. Anyway, good game. Alright, we're in, and we got no treasure hunt, which means that we mull. No treasure hunt, so we mull. It's basically all we have to do. It's mull till we get treasure hunt. And the London Mulligan makes this all worthwhile. Okay, so we'll get rid of the Tranquil Thicket. One Hollowed Fountain. We would need one so we can play a Treasure Hunt on 2. And a Triome. There we go. And then we're going to go with the Rawgrim Triome. Red, white, and blue. It's the colours that we need. Opponent name's Merfolk. Okay, so this could be a quick game. We'll have to see. I'm actually going to go with the island so we don't have to pay the 2 life. And that is actually the worst possible hit you could get with this deck. So we have no Mystic Sanctuaries. We have no real cycling to be done here. Huh. No, that's a thing. Alright, well, backup plan. Lurus, help me. Okay, so we got a blocker. That's all that matters. We did pay 2 life to get this blocker down, so we're only really gaining a little bit of life, but we are removing something from the battlefield, so that does kind of count. Unless they've got an unsummon. Folk decks tend to run said cards. Looks like it's just Silvergill Speaker. Alright, well, let's get rid of the Speaker. And yeah, now we just basically cycle like our life depends on it. We have no green. Okay, well, I'm going to spend my entire turn cycling. Yep. Play a Ketra Triome. Currently, we can Zenith Flare X1. You know, it's a thing, alright. Does this make green? This does make green. So we can get the Thicket and the Cave in, so we can Zenith Flare the Merfolk Mistbinder, but I think it goes without saying that that's not good. It's not good at all. Okay, so let's do Cycle. And yeah, we're just gonna have to play the island and then kill the Mistbinder. We already need Mystic Sanctuaries to begin with. Wow, I've never seen a Treasure Hunt deck whiff that badly. Immediately as well, I might add. Just straight up, immediately whiff. It's a mystery how that managed to happen, but here we are. We've lost. There's no way I can end my own life with Shocklands, so we will just move on to the next game. Alright, we're in, and immediately I see no Treasure Hunt, so we're going to hit that mull button. Our opponent's on Gigantha. What deck's running Gigantha these days? Could be all sorts, to be honest. Alright, so what we've got here is a classic case of actually untapped lands. So I like it. Let's get rid of the Steam Vents, keep our Cyclers and the Island so we can play turn 2 Treasure Hunt. Honestly, that's about as good as an opening hand could get. Ooh, opponent bought the card style for this, so this is their pet deck. Dimir Guildgate. So it might actually be Gates, Field of the Dead shenanigans, I guess. Like Golos, Field of the Dead, maybe. Right, so we'll get rid of the Triome, the Triome, the Triome, the Triome, the Triome, the Triome, the Triome. God, when I originally started my channel, I thought, you know, I can't wait to give such quality content as the Triome, the Triome, the Triome, and the Triome. How far we've come. Growth Spiral, okay. And show me more colours. So it could be a Niv Mizzet deck. It's going to have to be like a Gates strategy, I think, and we should be able to outrace that right nice and easy. Treasure Hunt. We got another Treasure Hunt, which is great. And then we want to make sure that we put another island into play. It's going to be this Ketra Triome. You want to make sure you got your islands in play, because if you don't, you can't use your Mystic Sanctuary when you really need it. So we're going to go for our Triomes first, and then all of our little steps. And I guess a couple of Shocklands as well. We don't really even need a Shockland at all, to be honest, at this rate. One Mystic Sanctuary, one Steam Vents. I think that'll do. So you got 3 Cyclers, a Sanctuary, and an untapped land. Or 4 Cyclers, a Sanctuary, and an untapped land, actually. Opponent's ramping. What could they do to end us? I guess another Ashiok is really the issue here. We've got one treasure hunt in hand. We've cast 2 so far, right? Yeah. So this treasure hunt's going to either get us a Zenith Flare or a treasure hunt. Ignore the deck tracker. I should probably just turn it off because it never understands what treasure hunt is doing. Ever. So, treasure hunt. It's the Zenith Flare. Alright, so that's lethal when we want it. Let's just cycle. And then play Lonely Sandbar tapped. Discard Forgotten Caves. Leave 1 cycler. Just in case our opponent thought erasures, then we can go Mystic Sanctuary, cycle, bring it back to hand. Something like that. There's Golos, and that means that they are dead. We have white, we have red, we have generic and generic. That is 27 lifelinking damage coming at your face. I'm just going to hold it right here so that, you know, I don't... This is minimal amount of mounts movement required once they inevitably pass their turn. Look at that. That's efficiency right there, chat. Pure efficiency. Alright. We gotta win. I love it. The right way as well. The right way to win. Or is it wrong? Question for the ages, I suppose. Scholars will be asking about this particular matchup decades from now. Anyway, let's go for another matchup and see if we can replicate this genius. Okay, we're in, and we got ourselves a treasure hunt, so we're going to keep this one. We do have a Hollowed Fountain we can go in untapped as well for a turn 2 hunt, which I think is something we want to do. You may notice I've now switched over to ranked. Mostly just done that because I'm tired of the deck strength matchmaker, because what it does, if you don't know with this particular deck, is it will pit you against a deck that it thinks is of equal strength, which essentially it will struggle to do because we've only got 2 cards in our entire deck and 1 in our sideboard. So it can never possibly find us an actual evenly matched situation. So instead what it chooses to do is just put you in a mirror match. So to avoid that, I've actually gone into ranked. I don't care about my ranked. I don't play ranked. I play up to gold 4 so I can get the 2 packs and then I stop. That's essentially what I think of this format. Okay, you take my treasure hunt, that's fine. We've got the islands already anyway to Mystic Sanctuary back our hunt. And let's see. Cannot play Lurus, which would be ideal. I guess I should have gone Hollowed Fountain, I don't know. Opponent's playing Reanimator, so... Yeah, I guess I'm going Steam Vents tapped. We'll pass the turn. We've got... this actually only does blue. Did I actually just perfectly put down the wrong land? I don't know. I feel like I've selected the wrong options so far. There's Pack Rat. Okay, so that can be used to discard creatures out of their hand. I'm sure that's what they'll do. Alright, so we go Mystic Sanctuary. We go Treasure Hunt. Take the action. Then we've got that next turn. Yeah, I can't believe I probably actually threw Secluded Steps and things. Yes, I did. Alright. This deck, weirdly enough, actually requires a little bit more thought than the original version of Treasure Hunt, since you only had to really worry about islands and the blue cyclers, Lonely Sandbar, and Mystic Sanctuaries. Those were the only 3 lands in your deck. Yep, thought erasure me away. All they want to do is surveil stuff. They've got Agent of Treachery next turn anyway, which I think we can potentially race. Another Treasure Hunt. Okay, so I'm just going to go Ketra Triome. And you... What else do we want? This Barrenmoor, this Tranquil Thicket, this Tranquil Thicket, this Barrenmoor, this Barrenmoor, and this Barrenmoor. This Secluded Step, Might need more sanctuaries, so let's just go... There we go. Alright. So you got sanctuaries and sandbars and islands, which is all we really want. Our opponent is going to reanimate Agent of Treachery and steal one of our lands, which is going to put us on 5. Which means we can't treasure hunt into Zenith Flare. Unless they don't play Agent. 11 cards. This is going to be an awkward one. So, yeah, they made their land drop. They attack us 4. They own Burial Rights. Get Agent of Treachery. I'm glad it's not Ulamog. If that was a Zenith Flare, we'd have won on the spot, I believe. Alright, let's see what we get. There's the 28 powered thing. We've got 3 cards left in our deck. We just want to play down Steam Vents. We don't want to cycle, I don't think, because I might need to Mystic Sanctuary. So let's get rid of all the Triomes. Let's get rid of this Sandbar they know about. Island. There we go. Alright, 33 damage coming at them next turn. They need to triple Agent of Treachery us, or have a counterspell, I guess. They do have a Teferi. So, it's possible that they have counter magic, but I doubt it. Okay. Take the Zenith Flare. We'll just Mystic Sanctuary and cycle it. They can't have land Blood for Bones, so yeah, we should have the game now. Go to 6. Let's just cycle because we can. Then we go Mystic Sanctuary. We've got enough islands. We put Zenith Flare on top. We Tranquil Thicket cycle. And then we got the mana for a 35 damage Zenith Flare. Screw you, Agent of Treachery. Screw you. Alright. Well, we actually managed to win through hand disruption multiple times, actually. Oh, I was going to say the view battlefield thing wasn't there. Yeah, if they'd have had a Ulamog, they'd have been able to exile my my deck. That would have been a lot worse than I think an Agent of Treachery would have been. Blood for Bones would have also been a little bit awkward, though you can tell we've got the spare 1 mana here, so they'd have had to do Agent a fair few more times than they did. And something like Dove and Veto would have absolutely screwed us over as well. So, not too bad. Is there Survive Triome in here? Huh. I guess it's for the black and white mana and the cycle when you don't need it, I guess? I don't know if I'd run a Triome like that in here just for the sake of it. I don't know. 3 mana cycle's not exactly great. If you're gonna do something like that, you do it with like the Armenket 2 mana cycles, but I mean, once you've got Armenket, I think you've got better mana bases once you go back that far anyway, because you got like the fast lands from Kaladesh and all sorts like that as well, so I don't know. Next game anyway. Okay, we're in, and there is no treasure hunt. So, you know what to do. I'm sure you're all masters of this deck right now. We mulligan until we see a treasure hunt. And if we don't see a treasure hunt, we lose on the spot. We actually managed to find one. Okay, so we're going to get rid of the baseline cyclers, and we'll get rid of the Hallowed Fountain, and we will keep the Ketra Triome. That's actually all we need right here. Turn 2 treasure hunt will give us all the mana we want. Aegis Turtle. Alright, it looks like it's going to be some sort of high alert list. Actually, we want to play Rogrin because it's got all 3 colours of mana in our deck. Red, white, and blue. Not that it really matters, but it's a thing, all the same. Shorcombe Crab. Aegis Turtle. Oh, opponent, you're making me want to play high alert. I'm aware I play that deck way too much, though. So I don't know if I would actually make a... Wow, okay. Yeah, I don't know if I'd make another high alert video, but Aegis Turtle was definitely on my radar. The moment I saw a 0-5 in Ikoria, I was like, high alert deck. Big booty deck. There's a Shawcomb Crab. Sending a message. I appreciate that. Yeah, they just need a high alert now. Surprised they took a hand without one, to be honest, but... Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, that's real bad. Okay, opponent's got all the time in the world now. Any of these islands? Yeah, this Ketratrium's an island. Okay. So what we've got here is a classic situation of I've run out of treasure hunts because I hit my Zenith Flare way too early. Also, 0 cyclers in my graveyard right now. Thankfully, our opponent's deck doesn't really do anything. So we've got that going for us. Let's cycle this Forgotten Cave. Probably going to have to shock a Hallowed Fountain in. Zagoth Triumph. Yeah, just going to have to shock in so we can 3-mana cycle. Let's go with one of the non-islands. Come on, Mystic Sanctuary. Forgotten Cave. Alright. Yeah. I don't really paint these Triomes as being like all that great as far as like cycling's concerned. 3 mana is a lot of mana. Lonely Sandbar. We're building up that land base. There's a... Oh, we don't have the green for that one, so we need a black and a green. There we go, that's an island. We're past the point of needing to specifically play islands now, but, you know. It's just one of those better safe than sorry kind of situations. Alright. Oh my god. We waited so long. There it is. Alright. We have 25 cards left. We just got a treasure hunt. So if I was to treasure hunt again, I would have 0 lands in my deck. So we don't want to do that. Although, actually, we could treasure hunt for 0 to 0, sorry, and then put a Mystic Sanctuary on top. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. That's max value right there. And then we go a Mystic Sanctuary, treasure hunt on top. And then we pass the turn, now that we know that we're going to draw a card for the turn and not die. Just put all the cyclers in our deck. This is about as maximum value as you can get. Forgotten Cave, Triome. This is a nightmare, though. Good lord. Survive Triome, Barrenmoor. Not the Zenith Flare. Thicket, Triome. Just gotta move, like, really small pixel distances to swap your cards over. Secluded Step. Please don't scoop opponent. Please don't scoop opponent. That one. I skipped one by accident. I think we've got them all. Alright, so now we do the shock lands. Oh, come on. Come on. That one. Mystic Sanctuary. There we go. A 37 powered Zenith Flare. We set it up for our opponent. They're eyeing up the ball. They're on 18. And we hit them right in the face. Oof. Ending on 55. Very lucky our opponent did not find their high alert. It's very weird that they actually even specifically took a hand without a high alert. Usually it's not advised to do that kind of thing. Their deck is kind of flimsy without one, so they need... Well, they could have either a high alert or a Huatli as well, because that is hybrid green-white, so you can use that for the blue-white. Yeah, I personally like the Bant lands for high alert myself. I think just adding the green gives you a lot of stuff. There's a wall that can actually add mana. You get access to what's-his-face as well, Arcades. But in this particular case, our opponent's creatures aren't defenders, so Arcades wouldn't draw them a card, so it would require a little bit of a change. That's something to keep in mind as well. High alert actually removes defender, but Huatli doesn't, so if you're not using arcades, and you're instead going for like the big toughness rather than the defender style thing, then you do need to pick cards like this over big walls like, is it Mnemonic Wall? Something like that, a 2-mana 0/6. Stuff like that is really useful, but yeah. I like my opponent's deck. I do enjoy High Alert quite a lot. It is pretty flimsy, but yeah, I'm probably not going to play it again because I play it too much. But yeah, that's maximum Zenith Flare value, I'm pretty sure. I mean, we have no cyclers left in our hand, and I guess we could have gotten a little bit more by not playing cyclers at all, but that's like Magical Christmas Land. That requires me to draw every single Hollowed Fountain, Steam Vents, and Island, rather than the Triomes and the Secluded Steps and whatnot, the Singular, these boys right here. So, yeah. About as high as you could possibly get anyway, let's put it that way. So yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed today's video. Sorry it's a little bit short, but I am a little bit strapped on time. If you do want to see some more content from me, I will be streaming Magic the Gathering tonight. So head on over, link is down in the description to my Twitch channel. Even if you don't join the channel on time, make sure to hit the follow button over there as well. I'm going to be trying to go live a little bit more often than I usually do. So yeah, stay tuned for all of that, and yeah. Hopefully you've enjoyed. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.